Thank you, Naina, for that welcome address. And now, on behalf of Yayasan Hasanah and the Hasanah Forum, to deliver her welcome address, please welcome Dato Shahira Ahmed Bazari, Managing Director and Trustee of Yayasan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Hanis. And a very good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. It's nice to see all of you here this morning. On behalf of Yayasan Hasanah and as co-host to the 10th Asia Venture Philanthropy Network Global Conference 2023, it is my honor to welcome all of you. Selamat datang to Malaysia. It's a privilege for Yayasan Hasanah to co-host this global conference with AVPN in parallel with the Hasanah Forum 2023. Friends, I begin today with a feeling of promise and hope. The world faces insurmountable challenges and requires everyone in the ecosystem to take up their own share of responsibility. The three main levers of enabling this change are the government, businesses, and philanthropy. It is the civil society, the people, and the communities that speaks truth to all these three levers. And philanthropy is in an interesting nexus of business, government, and society, where we can steer a moral compass, if you may, and be the bridge to guide towards rights and social justice and inclusive social economic development and reforms. This freedom, however, is both a privilege and a responsibility. It beckons us to educate ourselves, be humble in learning from the communities we serve, and also educate and keep reminding our stakeholders that equality, equity, and justice-driven frameworks are the true north, and the most important capital is that of patience to drive long-lasting social change. Yayasan Hasanah was established in 2015, and today we have become Malaysia's leading independent grant-making foundation. 8 years on since our establishment, Hasanah, together with our partners, have impacted about 2.4 million individuals, distributed about $300 million of funds to date, and supported about 600 projects across the country through 500 CSO partners and social organizations. As a convener, collaborator, and catalyst for change, Hasanah goes beyond dollars and cents to build engagements, collective capacities, and drive deep and meaningful impacts within our communities and in the areas of education, community development, environment, arts and cultural heritage, as you saw earlier, and knowledge. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of my speech today is really about the Hasanah story, thinking global and acting local in philanthropy and innovation. It underscores the meaning of our collaboration and enduring partnership with AVPN and other global networks and philanthropies around the world, which is to enhance the social impact landscape in Malaysia. I believe to achieve impact at scale, we need to think global, but act local, and this collaboration provides a gateway for our local actors to be inspired by innovations across the globe, get regional and global insights, build strong networks and partnerships, and strengthen our actions not just in the social dimensions, but also in businesses and governance. It is also a step forward towards collaboration that fuses philanthropic capital and impact investment, making curated and relevant blended finance models a reality. This is in line also with our local initiative driven by Khazanah Nasional Berhad, the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Malaysia, with a 5-year, 6 billion ringgit commitment through Dana Impact, or the Impact Fund, aimed to increase Malaysia's economic competitiveness and build national resilience while delivering socio-economic benefits to society. In our debut in 2021, the Hasanah Forum prompted us to reconsider the concept of doing good, not from a charity mindset, but instead framing these interventions based on rights and justice for people. That was our launching pad, where we raised hard conversations, addressing, if you may, multiple elephants in the room. But rather than being stampeded by these mammoth-like conversations, we're seeing that the impact ecosystem is readying themselves to go beyond, not just talking about it, but doing something about it. So this year, the second edition of the Hasanah Forum, themed Fostering Justice-Based Philanthropy, Shifting the Narrative to Action, is focused on translating these conversations into tangible action. Throughout the upcoming 3 days, we have 3 highly curated panel sessions over and above, I understand, about 100 other tracks under the AVPN Global Conference. We've designed these sessions to be truly representative, where we hear real challenges and opportunities on the ground. So each session themed people and institutions, people and society, and people and leadership, where we put people in the center of everything we do, features diverse voices from the government agencies, private sector, and philanthropic actors. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that supporting local social enterprises can be a key driver for cross-sector collaboration and in contributing towards developing local solutions. Malaysia is serious in strengthening social enterprises. The Malaysia Social Entrepreneurship Blueprint 2030, with the theme, Mainstreaming Social Enterprise, Normalizing Social Impact, sets the new holistic direction for the development of social enterprise in Malaysia, cohesively within the ecosystem. Malaysia's social enterprise sector has untapped potential and can be the catalyst of widespread and transformative change. For instance, the majority of our social enterprises are not only led by the young, but highly diverse, where 54% are female-led and 55% are between the ages of 18 to 40 years of age. The Malaysian landscape for social enterprise is also driven mostly by the small, medium enterprise sector, the micro SME sectors, and these are critical to the Malaysian economy, especially since more than 90% of the Malaysian economy is made up of MSMEs, SMEs, emerging social enterprises, and all of these representing more than 70% of the total employment for Malaysia today. We need a holistic approach which requires innovation, future readiness, and collaboration between policymakers, the private sector, the financial community, the social impact organizations. In other words, a stronger social development landscape and a holistic blended finance mechanism are needed. Building on this, Yayasan Hasanah is blessed as the foundation of Khazanah Nasional Berhad, where we can collaborate and explore the exponential potential of blended finance models, encompassing various forms of capital and sectors, deploying models to assist MSMEs, SMEs, startups, and the social enterprises and ecosystem in the country. Nevertheless, there are serious challenges facing our social enterprise landscape. Out of the 132 social enterprises interviewed recently across Malaysia, 55% stated cash flow as a problem, and 31% stated financing as their biggest hurdles. The study also found that there is a growing need to deepen understanding of social enterprise business models, along with the capacity and assessing impact in their pursuit. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's strength lies in our cultural and ethnic diversity, our geographical position within ASEAN, and our demographic dividend with a gender dimension, high potential talents. All this makes Malaysia the ideal sandbox to test new innovative ideas and build and invest in social impact organizations, as well as being a gateway to wider Asia. You can find the whole of Asia within Malaysia, and if most of you remember, the famous tagline for Malaysia is, Malaysia, truly Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really looking forward to your active participation and support. Nevertheless, we hope you will take some time out in between your networking and to explore a little bit of Kuala Lumpur. As you saw, you are in the middle of the golden triangle in the city, amongst adventurous back lanes and scores of hawkers' food, surrounded by the best clubs, shopping malls, and a beautiful park just around the corner, where you can also work off all those delicious food that you're going to enjoy in the next 3 days. And we pride ourselves on having a vibrant ecosystem. This morning's show was meant to be a jamming session between 3 types of drums, if you notice. It was the Malay drum, the Chinese drum, as well as the Indian drum. And Temple of Fine Arts has been awesome in projecting the best of Malaysia and Malaysiana. So, and don't forget to also enjoy the various Malaysia specials. I think I need to mention this. My team has put this on the script. We've created for the AVPN Global Conference, the Malaysia edition. Do drop by, the one-of-a-kind, and if I can say, I think it's the AVPN Global Conference first, the Impact Marketplace, to meet our social impact leaders. It's just next door. And organizations who have been specially selected to showcase the good work that they're doing in Malaysia and the region, balancing both profits and purpose. Also, our arts and culture team has curated a delightful display of arts and culture, and this is supporting and employing more than 140 performing artists and artisans throughout these next 3 days. Before I end, allow me the opportunity to thank the AVPN and the Trust in collaborating with Yayasan Hasanah for its global conference. It's a privilege, Naina, to co-host the Hasanah Forum and the AVPN under your dynamic leadership. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a great partner in crime and in rhyme, and to your wonderful team who have been absolute superstars. It has been a great pleasure and an utmost privilege for us. I would also like to record my appreciation to the Hasanah Board of Trustees, the Khazanah National Board under the leadership of Dato Faisal, our partners, distinguished speakers for all of your support, moderators, and all of you for making time and coming to Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur. I will end my speech with a Malay pantun, if I may. Anak badak jumlahnya 5, burung jalak hinggap di tangan. Jika suka bekerjasama, beban berat terasa ringan. This short haiku means if we all work together, then our collective burdens and challenges will become lighter. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us all work together for a better, safer, and peaceful future. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.